post-game show today, so the Chiefs just haven't gotten out of the gates as quickly as you'd like. They basically had the inverse of what happened last week against the Colts. They get a turnover, they turn it into points, and that lead never gave me enough breathing room from back here in the studio. I assume it was true for you guys in the booth as well. This thing was stressful until it broke.
Well, the Chiefs defense has not been taking the ball away. That's only the 10th takeaway. Only 3 teams have less. You're like, all right, a takeaway. Chiefs capitalize if they get takeaway points. But the touchdown to Rashee Rice, and you're thinking you're going to work ahead here. If you're playing tennis, you just got an ace, and you're up 15 love. But defensively, it goes back to the 3rd down. That first drive where the Cowboys got the game-tying touchdown was, on that drive alone, was 3rd and 8 for 11, 3rd and 9 for 17, and 3rd and 10 for the touchdown for 15. But the Chiefs came back and got a touchdown and made it 14-7. You're thinking it's okay. Then you hold the Cowboys to a field goal, inexplicably on 4th and 3rd, 4th and 3, they go for a field goal after going for it, 4th and 4, further up the field, but it's still 14-10 Chiefs. That's when the penalties came into play on the second part of my answer to you on your first question.
You also have what ultimately, not a perfect day for anybody, obviously, but you got some of those moments from Patrick Mahomes where it felt like he was back in his hometown stadium and trying to have one of those superhero cape games. You get a few of those moments from Rashee Rice. It wasn't like things didn't work throughout the game, but we've talked about the double dip so many times. The Chiefs go completely over. They get shut out in the second and third quarter.
5 losses now. The Colts game notwithstanding, where they didn't get points at either drive, but they rallied to win that game. The other losses are the 5 and 6. Well, one's the Charger game. They're still, this would put it 5 times where a blank or very little production, and it just, the Chiefs could have, if you think touchdown, you're going to take a double-digit lead. If you go touchdown, field goal, you're going to be in that position, and now you've taken the game over essentially and make the Cowboys chase you. But getting 0-0, the Cowboys kept the lead and survived those 2 possessions.
Let's look ahead just a little bit here. Last thing for you. Obviously, this is pretty uncharted territory for this version of this team. They're 500 on Thanksgiving. There is no particular margin for error the rest of the way. And in 10 days, they get the Houston Texans on Sunday Night Football. What are these next 10 days like for the Chiefs?
I don't want it to sound like an excuse. Play short week, on the road. Just look up the numbers. You can do the research and look at it. And especially late in the season. Chiefs lost 3 more guys today. They did not have Trey Smith. They didn't have Christian Roman-Wallace. They didn't have Noah Gray. Then they lose, and I was worried about this because there's no recovery time. You just go right back into the heart of the volcano and jump back into it with no rest. And you lose Josh Simmons, Jawan Taylor, and Brian Cook. The first answer to you, 6 and 6, would be you got to get healthy. You've got to use this week and a half, basically, try to get as healthy as you can to make a run in December. You have 2 games now back-to-back at home against Houston and the Chargers. Again, 1-week seasons, but you got to try to figure out a way to get to 11 and 6 and do the best you can. But right now, this team's got to get healthy. They are beaten up. And even guys that played through some injuries today, you worry about them getting hurt in the future. So you got to get healthy first and foremost. And get your mojo back and try to attack December.
Mitch, I appreciate it as always. Obviously a frustrating day, but happy Thanksgiving to you and yours, and we'll do this again in a little more than a week.
Hey, same to you, Josh.
Appreciate it. That's the voice of the Chiefs. Mitch Holthus with us here on the Chiefs Radio Network. The third down stats for me are probably the true stat of the game. I'll give you another one, though, brought to you by Gray Bar, your distributor for electrical, data communication, and industrial products. 10 penalties for 119 yards. And those are the ones that were accepted. Those are the ones that were enforced. And the Chiefs end up having 119 yards of penalties. So many pass interference calls. I'll tell you, I don't think it was a well-refereed game at any point. The Cowboys overcame 7 for 50 on their side. Just too many penalties, too many missed opportunities, and the Kansas City Chiefs fall 31-28 in Dallas. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back, and we'll continue working through the post-game show here on the Chiefs Radio Network.
What makes for a great vacation? Depends on who you ask. Are you looking to get away or bring everyone together? Do you want to get outside and play or see a play at the play? Fortunately, however you operate, I'm the destination you've been looking for. The name's Missouri, but you can call me Love.
every day. The University of Kansas Cancer Center is proud to care for Chiefs Kingdom. Learn more at kucancercenter.org.
We'll take a quick glance at the other game in the NFL today, brought to you by Crown Royal. Take a water break and moderate your drinking. Stay hydrated, stay royal. Crown Royal Canadian whiskey. One other game final leading into the Chiefs-Cowboys game today. The Green Bay Packers get the win 31-24 over the Detroit Lions in Detroit. Ultimately, a pretty nice performance from the Packers, putting it away at the end. Not a clean game all around, but Jordan Love goes 18 for 30 for 234 and 4 touchdowns. Jared Goff 20 for 26 for 256 and 2 scores. Jahmyr Gibbs 24-68 on the ground for Detroit. Josh Jacobs getting healthy and making an impact. 17 carries for 83 yards for him. And of course, the other game tonight, Bengals at Ravens. The Bengals sitting at 3-8, the Ravens at 6-5 in the division. Baltimore currently leading the Pittsburgh Steelers in that division, but Joe Burrow making his return for Cincinnati tonight. Thanks again to our friends at The Other Place for catering our game day meal today. The Other Place is your sports watching headquarters, now with 5 great locations in Shawnee, Olathe, downtown Overland Park, Mission, and Belton. Enjoy Red Friday specials all day. The Other Place, the next best thing to being at the stadium. We'll take a time out when we get to hear from the Kansas City Chiefs next here on the Chiefs Radio Network.
David Hughes here. I've seen a lot of stat lines in my playing days, but these numbers, they caught my attention. Right by Yingling, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, and all crisp, refreshing flavor you want in a light beer. It's brewed by the oldest brewery in America, so you know it's got serious history behind it. If you're into fat and taste, you're going to love this beer. Right by Yingling, the next generation of light beer and the official beer of David Hughes. BG Yingling and Son, I'm Bill Conley.
Steadfast. Just a tough time right now.
but all we can control is these next 5 games. And we got the Houston Texans, a good ball club coming in Sunday night. And so we'll have to reset, refocus, and execute better.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
As Dan and Hughes, the Chiefs linebacker Drew Tranquil, our interviews tonight are brought to you by